I'm back again with another airport flight etiquette video.
Oh no!
Inside the Delta flight that had to U-turn over... First of all, I don't think that's how you spell it unless I'm missing something. Starting out strong, I see.
This is the first video from on board the Delta Airlines flight that had to be turned around because of a passenger's explosive diarrhea. Here is the message from on board the plane.
Just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta.
I'm gonna need context. Hold on, y'all. I'm just as lost as y'all. All I know is somebody took a nice little dookie. It ain't little. It's like a spill through the entire aisle. I hope I never get Delta. I've never flown Delta, so... But then again, you never know. That is disgusting. There's no other context to that video, because the next one says, I want to wait for the people in front of me to get up.
Right now, why don't you shut your mouth?
I want to wait for the people in front of me to get up. That's how we do it.
Oh my God, you're all whiny for no reason.
Where you going now? Let the people go.
Wow.
I hold
Get up when you want to. Okay, you're bad.
You're just a Karen, and that's just the way it is.
Just deal with it, people. My God. Why don't you all shut up?
I'm gonna assume she's trying to cut the line. If you were here for part one, you know that people like to cut the line of the plane. They don't have patience. Obviously, if you have a connection flight, it's a different story. Whatever. There comes a time where if you are looking around the room and everybody is saying you're the problem, and in your head, you have pride and ego enough to say, no, I'm in the right. Unless you're truly in the right and everybody else is tripping, I highly doubt that you're in the right. The fact that she's telling everybody to hush just because she's correct, highly doubt that.
Not affecting any of you. No, but you're getting enough. You guys are so funny. You're the Karens about it because you're the ones who are making noise. Nobody's bothering you. It's not even an I'm sorry, do you have my permission to record me?
It's public.
Oh,
F-bombs.
yep. Because you've never said one. I can tell you have. Oh, yes, I can. Given your accent, I can tell you've said the F-bomb.
You can be a jerk. No, you're not going to insult someone because of an accent. We're not doing that.
Put your finger at me.
This is a low IQ human being.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to change this.
Love when they say ain't and they talk about low IQ.
I use AIDS and I'm in a doctoral program. So
Oh, wow, that's a big deal. I'm a lawyer and I don't say ain't.
you're really racist.
Do you know what the word racist means? Wait, you're white. That's racist. Maybe xenophobic. We're talking about accents. Maybe get the vocabulary right. When we get off this plane, I'll meet you out there with my bar card.
After that video goes viral, you'll lose that too.
Sure.
Cut the show. There's just too much going on. And then I know that baby's done with her too. You know you're a problem when even the kids start crying. You're doing too much, lady. At this point, honestly, get her off the plane. Actually, no. Put her at the back of the plane. Let her watch everybody leave and she'll be the last. How about that?
Who's laughing? Whoever it is, stop, please, God, please. I can't take it anymore. I'm sick of it. Is this a joke?
You have to calm down.
This is torture. I mean, I feel like I'm being punished. I can't take it anymore.
I don't know if the friends are pranking him or everybody else smells what he's smelling, but it just reminds me of the diarrhea disaster we just saw. If he's complaining off of somebody just farting, imagine how bad that... Anyway, I don't think I've ever experienced somebody farting in a plane, but listen, if it comes to a point where everybody's holding their nose, there's a reason for that. You need to get it together. There's no way you should be farting in this small of a plane or a space, that is.
I don't want to hear any sound. You should use headsets.
No sound.
No, you need to use headsets.
I don't know.
Okay, have you been drinking? Have you been drinking?
Go get the alcohol test.
Okay, no, I just wanted to know if you've been drinking. don't have an alcohol tester. But we want you to not use your volume today, okay? Use your headsets, okay? No volume. Ladies and gentlemen, you can let me know if this is reoccurring and we will take further action, okay? No sound, okay? No volume. Headsets only. Headsets only. Okay?
Flight attendants, please be seated for departure.
I want to know how long this has been going on. Y'all are approaching departure, and usually that's 30 minutes to an hour. Sometimes it depends on the flight attendant when they want to announce it, flight attendant on the pilot when they want to announce it. But that would annoy me. I'm not trying to hear your phone. I don't care for what you have playing. Please, as adults, let's get it together. That's very annoying. And it tends to be the older generation that does that. I guess this is a part 2. Someone said, he sounds like he doesn't understand. Was he just belligerent? As somebody that doesn't just speak English, there's no language barrier that would stop you from understanding no headsets.
It's called he was being fake, okay? Because, so he turns his volume down, right? I didn't tell y'all this because I didn't want y'all to be racist in the comments, but I'm gonna tell you right now. This man is listening to Korean news on YouTube. So it's like, sure. Sir, absolutely not. So then when he turns it down, he says, it's down. The volume's down. You guys are being too sensitive. You can barely hear it. You can barely hear it. I said, we can all hear it still. They walked up and gave this man a pair of headphones for free. The $5 to $9.99 ones, they gave him a pair for free. He said, no, I don't want. You need to respect me. The other flight attendant was also Korean. He said, sir, I'm just going to put them in here for you. They was trying to be respectful. He wouldn't even touch the headphones. He said, you put them in there. Doesn't use them the entire time. I wish this was the last part of this story. I only told y'all this one part. There's 2 more other parts. One where it got physical, and another part where he got up and sat in somebody else's seat in business class and had to get escorted back, like that one scene in Bridesmaids.
Yeah, no, there's something about the old people. They have the most entitlement. First of all, you need to go ahead and see a foot doctor. Second of all, it'd be a shame if my foot accidentally just stomped your freaking foot. When you put your feet under somebody's seat, you know how far, or should know how far, to extend them before you reach the no-go zone. And once you reach the no-go zone, you are now in my territory, where I have my own rights. I have my Bill of Rights, my Constitution. This is now my country. This area right here, I'm the president. Some may say dictator. Listen, anything I say goes, so maybe it is a dictatorship. I will stomp on your foot, and I'm not joking. And if I want to be nice, I'll grab some water, cold water at that, and pour it on your freaking foot. Sorry to the cleaners, but I had to do what I had to do. I was considerate to use water. I apologize. And I'm not trying to foot shame, because people have their illnesses and they go through things. There's just no way. I've said it in part 1 and I'll say it again. At least put some socks on. Please respect people. Before we move on to another doo-doo video, let me take time to say thank you to all my Anti-Delulu Den members. Thank you so much for showing me love and support. Enjoy the early access videos. There are badges that you guys could be taking advantage of, but y'all aren't. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not crying. You are. Without wasting any more time, let's get into the next video.
I've been traveling a bunch this summer, and I'm astonished at how many people don't know how to fly on a plane. And it's shocking, and I feel like people need to learn. So here is a guide, okay? Number 1, windows. Why are they open the entire flight? What is going on in your brain? You can open the window when you're taking off. Oh my God, the place I just left is getting smaller. Cruising altitude, shut it. Shut it. A couple times during the flight, depending on how long it is, you can lift it up, look to make sure the clouds are still there, to make sure the plane wing is still there, then put it down, okay? And then when you're landing, if you want to see the place that you're going to getting closer, I guess, that's it, okay? Otherwise, I don't need my freaking retinas burnt off, okay? Put your fucking shade down. Number 2, 5 minutes in total of conversation during the flight. I don't care how long the flight is. I don't want to fucking hear you speak. I don't want to hear you speak to someone near you. I don't want to hear you speak to me.
I'm not gonna lie. It depends on if you're doing domestic or you're doing international. Sometimes I like to conversate with people. Sometimes they bother me. They're not really bothering me. They just want to conversate. And you never know. You may make a friend in that flight. Maybe that's me. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. But it's not a big deal for me. But I can understand how some people, they don't want to be spoken to. Some people, they fly frequently. They don't really care. They just want to get to a destination, get to their job, get to their family, get to whatever. But conversate with people. Just be human for a little bit, you know?
I can't stress this enough, especially in a morning flight. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Oh my God. It's astonishing. Shut up. Number 3, why are you bringing food that smells like shit on a plane? Like, I saw an influencer post a video and she was like, oh my God, all the food I brought on my trip. And she was eating an egg salad sandwich on the plane. You're there too. You can smell it. I don't understand why you think anyone else around you would also want to smell your egg salad. Like, what is going on? It's common sense.
But actually, the airport sells it, and then you probably bring it in. Either way, it's very inconsiderate.
It's common sense. Number 4 is kind of in the same vein. Why do you smell like shit? Unless you have a medical condition where you can't help but smell like shit, you should not smell. Like, take a shower, wear deodorant. There's so many products out there that can make you not smell like shit that I don't understand why you get on a plane and subject everyone to that. Like, when you lift your freaking arms up to get your bag in the overhead bin and I almost vomit, that's a problem. That's a problem. And I don't know. I fear it's common sense. Anyways, I have like a billion more, but these are just the 4 big ones that I was thinking at the top of my mind.
Have a toiletry bag, carry-on bag, put it in your purse where you have your essentials. Wipes, towels, something, disposable towels, something. Cleanse yourself. Cleanse yourself is crazy. Just treat others how you would like to be treated. There's no way you should be smelling in such a tight area. Oh, smelling in general. Tight area, long distance. I don't want to hear it.
It's been almost a year now since I single-handedly got a flight out of Indianapolis canceled. And if that flight cancellation changed the trajectory of your life in a really negative way, I'm so sorry. It was not without pain and suffering. Let me run you through the events of that day. So I wake up at 3 a.m. Portugal time. I'm flying from Portugal, well, from Faro Airport to Lisbon, Lisbon to Newark, Newark to Indianapolis to hopefully make it to the premiere of a film that I'd worked on. I wake up about 30 minutes from the Newark airport. I've been asleep a good solid 5 hours. I wake up to a disturbance deep within my bowels. And by disturbance, I don't mean like, oh my God, this is an emergency, land the plane in the water. I just mean like, something is brewing. Something is happening that I am not prepared to deal with in the next 2 hours, where I have to get through the hour-long customs line, get my bag, change terminals, recheck my bag, go through security, you know the whole drill. And because of who I am as a person, I still don't have TSA pre-check because I cannot remember to schedule the appointment. So I make it through the customs line. I've been sweating. I'm sweating the whole time. Stomach's cramping. I'm down bad.
Pause, breathe, take a moment, turn the phone off, gather your thoughts, and then come back to us. You haven't done pre-check, even though you fly, because you haven't set out the appointment. You just haven't prioritized it. Or you don't even have to go grab your bag, although you do have a connecting flight. Depending on how long that connecting flight is, hurry to the restroom first and then go get your bag and then connecting flight, I guess it depends on how the connecting flight is, but usually you don't have to go get your bag. It just goes on to your next destination and the next destination.
Somehow, by the grace of God, make it to my next gate. With 10 minutes to spare, but only because that flight got delayed by 10 minutes. So I said, ooh, I got 5 minutes to hopefully go to the bathroom and sort this all out before I get on a plane for another 2 hours. not time. Things are still brewing, which tells me, oh no, this is gonna be bad. I just gotta get on this flight and hope for the best, okay? I get on this flight. I'm in my little window seat. I sit there and spend the next 30 minutes in agonizing pain. I've never felt anything like it in my life.
I'd say this could be avoidable. Just ask the flight attendant if you can take a dump while everybody comes in. I know it's embarrassing, or you're already smelling up the airplane and we barely just sat down, but I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. To save y'all some time, I just went ahead and ran through her story time to give y'all a little summary. She was in that restroom for an hour, 30 minutes, the remainder of the flight, to the point where diarrhea was just flowing out of her like there's no tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, she has the urge to barf. And she's like, well, I can't do it in the sink, because if you know, the lavatory, for one, is small, but the sink is very small. And if you barf and you have some chunks, they're not going to go under there. So now she's stuck in a predicament of, can she wipe enough or fast enough before she barfs? So she ends up wiping, and she opens up the lavatory door and she yells out, help. Flight attendant comes. What's the matter? I need something, a barf bag, whatever. Flight attendant goes, grabs a few, pushes her back in, pretty much like, let's get you in there. At this point, everybody knows that this poor lady, Megan, is going through it. Megan is in there crapping it up and barfing it up all at the same time, to the point where the flight attendant comes back and said, listen, Megan, the plane is going to land in a few minutes. You know, are you okay or whatever? And she's like, I can't get out of here and stuff. And so they talk to the flight attendant. Flight attendant comes back and is like, you know what, just hope for the best with this landing, because we need to land this plane. And so she's just there like, y'all know when a plane lands, you need seatbelts. You don't have seatbelts, so you gotta just whoo. And I can imagine it made her tummy even more angry. And so she was there again, to the point where everybody had left the plane. The flight attendant comes and knocks, and she's like, listen, Megan, everybody left. The next flight with this plane has been canceled. And she's thinking, oh, great, wonderful. She's not thinking it's her. She's thinking, oh, the flight just got canceled or whatever. So it gives her more time. But like, everybody's left. You don't need to be embarrassed. This is natural. It happens all the time. You come out. Megan's like, listen, I'm not scared about being embarrassed. I've been through more than embarrassment could ever put me through. Fast forward, she goes to baggage claim. People are looking at her crazy like, that's the lady. And she's like, I don't care. Grab her bag, gets in the car, goes or whatever, goes to sleep, everything's fine. She goes through it a little bit, she's fine. Goes to the premiere, she's snatched, she's looking good, move on. The next day, she wakes up at 5 a.m. because she sharded the hotel bed. And all of this information was given to us rent-free, which is honestly amazing at this point. Honestly, who needs a diary? You know, who needs friends? Who needs anything? If you can just go online and give your information out there like that.
This flight got cancelled for a really reason. Literally. Yes, an EasyJet flight from Tenerife to London was cancelled because someone defecated on the toilet floor. Footage shows toilet paper scattered along the aisle as the pilot explains why the flight has been cancelled.
Rather entertaining to defecate in front toilet. So we're now staying the night here. We're now going to get everyone off, and you're going to spend ages in organised hotels, and then we'll fly back tomorrow morning.
A passenger said EasyJet handled the situation really poorly, as someone could have had a genuine accident. And what makes it worse is that EasyJet admitted they weren't able to find hotel rooms in the area, so passengers had to find their own last-minute accommodation. But in a statement, the airline said they would refund the cost if people were able to make their own arrangements. Honestly, rather you than me.
Honestly, I can't imagine. Honestly, Megan, good job being able to go to the restroom and doing it there, because I don't know how I would react in that situation. Take me off the plane. Pilot, can I get a parachute? Open my window. Like something. Land it on the freaking ocean, please. Get me out of here. I can't. I think the only time I would tolerate that is if it's like a little kid that did it. You know, it's like, okay, how bad could it be? I know kids' diarrhea can be bad, but you know what I mean. It's a kid, whatever. An adult, grown adult doing this, and I have to sit here and wait for the landing? Drop me off. Please open the emergency doors. Let me just boop.
I was the passenger who had diarrhea on the Delta Airlines flight the other day.
This is not the passenger from the Delta airline that had the diarrhea. I can't believe this is so stupid. I was making a video congratulating Delta Airlines for their decision in turning the plane back, because it is actually very dangerous, potentially very contagious for all of the passengers on board to be exposed to certain kinds of diarrhea. And anyway, someone pointed out this video. This girl's from 90 Day Fiance, from a reality show. She literally sells farts in jars to make money. I don't know, maybe she's trying to destigmatize diarrhea, but the passenger was a man. Honestly, it doesn't really matter who it was. Their identity.
How much clout are you hungry for? Honestly, how much clout are you hungry for to the point where you're okay with lying and saying you're the passenger that just all over the plane? Let me know in the comment section your opinions. If you've had a story, maybe I'll share that in the next video. I'll see y'all next time.